Hey everyone, it's HeapCVA. Howdy there. How are y'all? I'm from California, really. I don't really talk that way. I'm sorry. Lost my mind for a minute. I'm just so excited to have this game on my computer right this minute, even though it's just more of a tech demo than a game, that I've lost my brain a little bit. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the support cost of the demo instead of waiting for the price to go down. Seriously, this game needs to take off like a rocket and be the game of the year, because I've been watching this thing for so long. When it was talked about on the boards for the mods, when they were making mods for Emergency 4/911 First Responder, when I believe his name is Rafael Fernandez, and we'll check his name right here just to make sure that my brain is still working. And Ashley Dyson, that name's familiar to me. They don't know me from the Man on the Moon. That's okay. I know them. I know their work. I know how good a work they do. This is a big leap from mods, and I wouldn't want to be any of them because this is a tremendous amount of work, and this doesn't happen overnight. So I pulled the trigger on the 49 and some change cost, because I know that some of that money is going to go to support these guys to build this game. And that's what I really want to see out of it. That's what everybody that I've read about or watched has talked about, is the excitement of knowing what this game can be, and that we're going to have the game finally, maybe, hopefully, all those words, that we're going to make it there finally. After Emergency 4/911 First Responder, depends on which version you're playing, who you bought it from. I was kind of disappointed in Emergency 5, etc., and especially the latest version with the old medieval thing. I'm just not feeling it. I'm sorry, guys. It isn't offensive or anything. It's just, to me, the two aren't necessarily related. I get it. They're trying to make guys in medieval times into police officers and firefighters and EMS guys. Most of this stuff wasn't invented back then, not in the form that we know it. And there were so many things that game needs to be, that isn't one of them on my list. There are so many other medieval type games that you can play. I own several. I got one on my computer I keep saying I'm going to make a video of, put on my channel, and I keep forgetting because I'm so busy with everything else. And from everything I've read and the things that I've watched, and nobody's thrilled with Emergency 5 on up. I mean, yeah, it plays, and there's even a mod cycle or system in the later version where you can make a different map, change a few things around. It's still going to look like a European city, so all of the US fans are bummed. And I would imagine that the amount of modeling that needs to occur to make that into something that we would recognize over here is a lot more than it was way back when with Emergency 4/911 First Responder. So, enough of that. This has grown out of that, I think. I can say that with some certainty. And it has slowly blossomed like a very slow flower. As you can see just in the pictures on this particular page, which is the home page, some of the stuff that's been done, the artwork that's happening, the map with all of the buildings. They're not colored in yet, if you will, or, textured, I guess is the word, but they exist. The fire stations are awesome. The fire apparatus, done very well, very detailed, inside and out, and they're realistic. It was very cool, So I turned it around in my mind for a couple minutes before I decided, I can't wait any longer. I did not fool around with the original demos of the apparatus. I don't know what I was doing at that particular time on the calendar, but it wasn't that. So I'm glad that this came out the way it did. I'm happy to do something. I'm happy to support these guys, because my hope, and hopefully anybody that's watching this, is this becomes that awesome game title for next year, or hopefully next year. It may slide into the year after that if it takes as much work as I think it's going to take, but it could be the game for emergency responder type people like me and many others, the kind of games that we like, one of many on my list. And this would get played a lot, especially with multiplayer and the ability to do some other things. This could be crazy fun, and I'll leave it at that. So, downloaded the game. I fooled around with it just a little bit. I don't know as much about it as I wish I did, but I wanted to get a video out to show you that you're going to see it, especially as updates are done. And I want to help in any way I can the guys that are putting this together. In the credits you can see it's FlipSwitch Games, Rafael and Fernandez and Ashley Dyson, Marius, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name because I'll just make it not sound good, are working very hard, and they need our support. Enough said. So here we are. What can you do for $40, almost $50? Well, if I was in a normal frame of mind, I'd say not much. I'm mad. But in this case, I'm glad that anything is going on, and that I look at the way I spent my money as I'm supporting a company that's trying to put together a game. I'm confident, and there are people who are not confident, that they're going to deliver. Keep your fingers crossed. And like I said, all I can do is support them, cheer them on. Hopefully everybody else is doing the same. So anyway, here's the play screen I like to have over here. They're talking about the calendar stuff. I hope this kind of scrolls over time and gives us those updates here, so I don't have to go to Steam or somewhere else to get that information. That would be cool. And this is kind of nice because since I've been fooling with us today, this page just changed already once. So they are doing something. This interactive demo wasn't this picture last time I saw it, nor was this one, as a matter of fact. So stuff is happening as we speak. That is awesome. Anyway, please ignore the Heap Big Fish name at the top. I was playing that fishing game, which the title escapes me because at the end of the day I got bored faster than I usually do those games, and I got tired that everything was you had to buy every little thing, fishing rods, all that stuff. Yeah, you could use the basic stuff in the game, but it was never going to be as good as the stuff that you could buy, and I get tired of that, especially because it wasn't a cheap game. So it's still on my computer, and I may play it sooner or later, but right now I'm not interested. But I changed my name when I was playing that game, and honestly, I never went back and changed it. I guess that's one of the things I'll have to do as soon as I get off this video. So anyway, the two links we have here, the one coming soon, I noticed the date has changed. Good job, guys. They did put off this interactive demo just a little bit because some stuff happened in New York City that they wanted to let that kind of get through. Some very stressful stuff for the New York Police Department and actually everybody that lives in that city. And so he wanted to let that do its thing before he made any more noise. And I think he had a birthday or something too. Wow. Happy birthday to Raphael. I doubt he'll see this video ever, but you know, it just shows you this thing, making games will make you old. So anyway, we've got this coming. Hopefully there'll be another video out quick. If this comes actually on the 8th and it is something that we can actually recognize, I will definitely put up another video for it. And over here we have the one thing we can do right now, which is the tech demo, which I believe kind of already existed to an extent. It just, I don't think it had all these buildings behind it or the skeletons of buildings. So there's no multiplayer yet. It's grayed out, credits, and then the early access, which just explains what this is. I paid to support the game developer and get early access to the things they're doing to make this a game. I would have done the Kickstart if I had been paying attention. I did not, honestly. That's my fault, and I feel better now that I at least got to do something before they drop the price, and that money just goes to the cost of the game. It doesn't. I guess there would be a difference in my head. It's probably not in real, but you know, of adding that extra dollar in there just to help them out. So anyway, let's move into this. So let's get into quick play. I played it 3 times this evening, and I'm still learning. I don't know as much about it as I should. I haven't looked at very many videos of other people doing it. I just wanted to learn it for myself. So we hit that. We get into this EmergeNYC Tech Demo thing, and I like that he warns you that there could be some things going on while it's loading. So let's go to the Tech Demo. It has a really nice loading screen. That's a good thing to have already in a demo game. I'm hoping it becomes more part of the game over time. It seems like, man, it's taking forever, but it sits at 18-19%, and all of a sudden that thing goes around like it's doing right now, boom, 100%. But you got to wait through the black screen, which I'm not really sure what that's doing. I'm sure it's putting everything in its right place in the game, putting the apparatus in their buildings, etc., etc. So you got to get through the black screen, and there's no way for me to not have it at this point. So it's something we just got to sit through, because I want you to see what it looks like for our first round of really paying attention. And so we got to wait through it. And in the interim, I can tell you a joke, but I honestly don't know any right this minute. None are coming to my head anyway. I used to have a lot of jokes in my head. After March, they're gone. But you know, hopefully everything works. He'll warn you if you're interested in purchasing the game. Boom, here we are. Welcome to New York, by the way. If you're not from New York, I don't know exactly what street we're on because none of the streets are. Boy, all of a sudden, my mouse is connected to everything. And that's new. And I'm not sure how that works, trying to get to the things you want to get to over here. This is the map. And that's kind of weird that it's doing that. I wish it wouldn't do that. Anyway, here's the map. You can zoom out a little bit, or at least we could. It's not letting me zoom out very much. And it'll give you the vehicles that are in that particular house. And I think this centers. So we zoom out a little bit. I don't think I was able to zoom out that far before, so that's kind of cool. Looks like the middle mouse button is what's functioning right this minute. And I kind of got it to slow down a little bit. I kind of like that. So anyway, let's see if this works. Boom. Thank goodness it does. Because I want to bring this up, because this is a good idea of where we're at as far as this early access game goes. These are the companies that are available for you to see, number one, and number two, see or drive. I used to be able to get a lot closer than this, and it's kind of goofy the way my mouse is working right this minute. Oh, cool. They got the WASD to work, the walk that, so that's cool. I was a little panicked there at first. You got such a better perspective on the station now. We're in the bay for 32 engine. You can see as you walk into the station, bunker clothing or bunker gear turnouts if you're from another part of the world, PPE or protective clothing, the office, the alarm office for the poor guy that gets assigned to do that. Ladder 66 is over here. There are fuel pumps in the house. They fuel up in their stations because they're so busy. We got some furniture in the back, which is kind of nice. I want to see if, I can get to, wow, I went way too fast on that. I apologize. Yeah, we got to see the Battalion Chief's rig, which is Battalion 5. If I click on that one, there it is with just that going, and then if you fire up the rig and start to drive, actually it should, but it's not. There it is. That's kind of cool that there's all those. I'm hitting the J key more than once, and what it does is it cycles through things. That's awesome. Anyway, so I don't know how I'm going to get out of that again. I can do this. Here we are again. Got to close this every time. There you go. Once we get into there, I like when that happens. Open the bays up. I did get the change vehicle thing back. Let's go to 49s real quick. So here we are in their house with Tower 68. What I like, one thing about 49 is it's got a Q siren, federal Q. You have to be driving a fire engine to really understand what I'm saying on that. It's just one of those things. It's weird how they're now. Okay, now we can walk into it, which is fine. I know they're working on it. It's one of those things. So let's fire up a rig. I want to see if I can see Okay, only one J push this time. So let's pull this rig out on the, what I would call the ramp. Well, they got the backup thing going on. So you have two choices. You can drive your apparatus in third-party view, or you can get behind the wheel. There we go. And like I said, as this game fleshes out, I guarantee you there'll be people sitting next to you. So I've always wanted to say that I was a chauffeur for FDNY, because that's what they call the guy that drives. So we're going to go down here and make all kinds of noise. Still having a little trouble driving with a keyboard. It is what it is. I don't know if they have to jump over the curb in New York for real, but whoa, just it made me hit the building. See, I would have to be writing in a report for that accident. One thing that will take probably some of the most work is to get the... Whoa, Mr. Bus, you didn't have to go flying off the curb like that. Is the AI for the traffic. Oop, there's one of those things I was telling people about when I played my first game, is having them literally jump off up over the curb, and it's not letting me. There we go. Check. This is the end of the city, so we got to go this way. So anyway, let's get up on the curb here. I'm going to stop. And then if we look at the thing, there is some things that we can do here if it's the right kind of vehicle. So I'm not sure that there's anything, doesn't look like there's anything we can do with a pumper yet. Everything that I'm seeing on this thing has to do with truck companies. So, no big deal. What we're going to do is, actually I want to go to the tower. So here we are with 68. I'm going to fire it up. And I'm going to get in it. There needs to be a brake. And yeah, I know I'm going the wrong way on that street, but it is what it is. Anyway. Don't hit my fire engine. Fire truck, actually. I think I got a fender bender there. The maps aren't exactly exactly right on. So anyway, shut that off. One thing I wanted to do is now when you go to... I hit the wrong button. I really apologize for that. So change vehicles. Let's go back to Tower 68. I got to go all the way out because apparently it has something to do with my deal there. I keep hitting the wrong button and I apologize. So if we're on in 68, at least that's the one I want. No, that's not what I want either. And see, I don't know how we got clear over here. Yeah. I apologize for that. That's not exactly what I wanted to happen. So let's get in and at least pull over and stop. So anyway, some of the buttons all of a sudden are kind of wonky. Could have been my fault, could have been that, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, what I wanted to go over was now theoretically we're in that mode. So if you do now, I gotta look real quick. I want to get the outriggers. So if I go there's the outriggers, blah 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 blah. Anyway, I don't know how to get it to I wish I could squirt my water, I would. So I have to look at that, unfortunately. So I need a accelerate lower ladder, retract ladder. I want to extend ladder is E. So let's see if we can extend. Well, there that is. Kind of nifty. If I'm back in it. So anyway, you kind of get the drift. So what I'm going to do is restart. Now, the one thing I've got to figure out real quick is this whole, all of a sudden the mouse just going berserk on me. I get the whole wheel thing and pushing on the... I'm happy with that. But the rest of it kind of doesn't make any sense to me. Then we have this thing, which is fine. I guess it's the eye level view. So we haven't picked a rig yet. So if we do 32, it should move me out again. And see, now I'm stuck. I almost have to go out where this is, things are disappearing, so that I can get down to street level. And it's moving really fast. There we go. Actually not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because it at least allows me to move the mouse a little bit. And try not to hit anybody and create all kinds of other messes. I'm gotta tell you, it is hard using the mouse and the keyboard. Because theoretically, you know, I would like it to anchor itself to the point of view, I guess. A lot of sway in that engine too. I'm sure it needs I blew that. I like that it has a few extra sirens on it. You gotta, sometimes you get lucky and you can blow through the intersection before they figure out what's going on. Oh, what when the world? Oh, look at that! Oh my God! Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, that's terrible. Anywho, we are a ways away from anything. So I've got to zoom out, which is the only way I can seem to use this right this minute. So anyway, that's that. Some of the other things you can do, I can change the time of day, weather. Then back, I can change the camera. Like I said, maybe that's what this whole orbiting camera thing is now. Although, honestly, nothing is working now. First person, we knew that. The RTS camera. So they've made the middle button. It looks like that's... Let's see, now I just pushed a button and all of a sudden I'm like this. It doesn't quite make any sense. I just walked right through it. Whatever that means. See, that's one of the things that we'll have to work on a little bit. But those are the things that are in there. There's no exit button that I could find. maybe I'm not looking in the right place. I didn't see a way to get out. So, like I said, I am okay with this because I believe that it's going to be a great game, and it's something that we'll all be happy with. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video for now as we sit there and stare at engine, or 32 engine, if I speak in the correct language for the location of this particular piece of equipment. We'll sit there and stare at it smashed up against the wall as it is. Wasn't my fault, honestly. That car came out of nowhere and nailed me. And say I will keep you guys updated on the updates in this game. Like I said, they made a change in the less than an hour that I took a break to eat and came back, and changes had already been made again. So that's all good promising stuff. So that being said, if you like the video or you like the concept and you're thinking about getting the game, or you wanted to see what was going on with this particular game in its current state, please leave a like. Leave me comments, questions. We probably all have the same questions and wonderings that everybody else does about this game. And if nothing else, just the back and forth of talking about, yeah, I look forward to doing this, and I look forward to being on the ladder truck and doing this. Those are the cool conversations that are going to come out of this game if it comes to realization. And at the end of the day, if you like this video and some of the other videos on my channel and the way things are going and the improvements that I'm making and the other folks that are signing on board, think about subscribing. This game by itself is going to be a powerhouse if he gets it off the ground, and it'd be worth hitting any YouTube channel just to see how this game plays over time. And so with that being said, I hope you're having a great time wherever you are in the world right this minute. Great day, great time. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing into my system and create a video out of it and get it up as soon as I can, because you guys need to know about this. I know there's some other videos up there, but I want to be right up there telling you this is something to keep an eye on. This is something to pay attention to. And so with that said, take care, and I'll talk to you later.